All right. I think we are good to go. Let's go ahead and do a few of the pre-flight checks.
Charlie Papa descend 5,300.
Take off everything there.
For Jazz 98, when ready, descend maintain 10,000.
Close that up.
Fisher 8190, turn left heading 240.
Let's go. Let's do about 16 each. Okay. Get on there. We are just doing total VFR today. Not going to do anything too fancy. Not even going to fly a flight plan. So I don't know if that's really advisable right now, especially considering the height of the mountains around here. But we're just going to take off, fly around a little bit, and then either come back here or wherever the closest airport is. So I'm not going to worry about a GPU. Let's go right on battery. Fire ignition. And aux BP. Actually, turn that off for a second. Okay, everything booting up. Looking good so far.
8190, clear D visual, runway 08 right, not below 2,000 until 16.
Aural warning, okay.
Okay. Those things are looking good. So we're right now we're right outside of Vancouver. We're kind of close to Whistler Mountain, in a little valley on this mountain range here, and just a really scenic area. Obviously, we're not tracking real time, as it's nighttime right now in real life, but
pause system test. Okay.
we are tracking the real weather. And yeah, so it should be good. Right now, I would like to check, see if we can't get a little bit of AWAS or ACES. Chart's not available, but this is not CYSE. We are at CY. Oh yeah, we are at CYSE. Okay. Well. Okay, here we go. CTAF 128.8, but I don't think that's going to give us to the Barrow.
Jazz 187, turn left heading 360. Heading 360, Jazz 187. Okay, right approach.
Yeah, we didn't get it there. All right. Let's do it this way. Do they tell us 170 feet? So let's just cheat a little bit. And we'll do it right about there. 2994. Okay. Keep doing that by accident. All right, before we lose too much more battery power, let's go ahead and start it up. 1,000 to 1,000. Oh, wrong one. Wow. 1,000 to 1,000. There we go. All right. Looking for NG 16 or above. Cast messages, okay. Oil pressure is rising. Okay, let's go ahead and put it on low idle. We want 30 and 30 right here on NG, and we want to keep ITT under 1,000, I believe. Okay, 30 and 30 achieved. Oil pressure is still rising. Now in the green and NG at 50, let's go ahead and put it in high idle. Okay, TT is leveling off. Prop RPM is rising. Oil pressure's good. Temperature's good. Electrical's good. Flaps are coming up. Inertial separator's coming on. Pitot and all those guys on. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn our generator on. Our aux fuse to auto, fuel selector. And I think everything else is good. We're about ready to take off here. So let's turn around. It'll be a little bit tough right now. Let's put it into, first off, we'll put it into low idle, and then we're also going to set our, before we do that, we're going to set our trim to take off. Okay, yes, know about the inertial separator, thank you. Let's check out our checklist here. How to get to the next, there we go. Okay, the altimeter, de-ice, yeah, not gonna worry about any of this stuff. Okay, lighting. Let's just go straight to nav strobe. Passenger briefing, gonna take off. Parking brake. Is already off. That wasn't good. Launch brakes checked. Nose wheel steering checked. Throttle as required. Flight image is checked. CAS checked. And FU checked. Okay. On throttle. Flight idle. Do we want to feather and do all those things? Sure, why not? Okay, feathered. Back to normal. Okay, we're just gonna do it once for right now. We'll call that checked. Flaps, takeoff. DI system panel, okay. Flight control is checked. Trims are set. Pilot and passenger belts are non-existent. Passenger's table is stowed. Strobe switch is on. CAS display is checked. All messages are off except for inertial separator on. Yep. And let's see. Gauges, quantity and symmetry. Quantity and symmetry are good. Flight instruments checked. Spoiler settings checked. LFE checked. Takeoff distances. We'll see about that. Rotation speed is going to be 90 knots. Engine instruments are checked. Battery charge is under 50 amps. Yeah, we're reading that. And yeah, okay, 28. Next. Alright, so climb speed, we're going to leave it here. Okay, for right now. Alright. So far, so good. So let's go ahead. I think we may still have chocks on here. Let's go take these guys off. Yes, we do. Okay, chocks are off. We need a little bit of a wide berth here. And we have the synthetic vision on. That reminds me, one thing I want to do is make sure that the next route and the terrain are up on our mail display. Okay, it's going to be a short takeoff here. We're going to punch it. We're not going to do our usual 50%. We're really going to go all the way right off the bat. So let's get out of the checklist here. turn map. We do want our terrain, so that's pretty crazy. Okay, we'll keep it like that for right now. Let's put the next rad on. And let's do the weather radar. Yeah, here's the terrain. Weather radar we're going to put on standby for right now. We'll turn that on once we get above ground. Okay. Alright, looking good. We're going to take off to the south. Let's go ahead and set our heading bug. And we're going to take ourselves up to about 10,000. At a vertical speed of initially about 1,700. I don't know why this doesn't work the way I really want it to work. I don't know. It doesn't seem to like go in the right direction. Might have to end up binding something to this. Yeah, that's quite annoying. Wow. It's just dangerous. Okay. We are not going to do vertical speed. We'll do a flight level change maybe. Maybe at 124. Okay, so I think we're good to go. Everything else is ready. Checklists are complete. Let's do a quick check on our nearest airports here. CYSE is where we're at. CYPS is 35 nautical miles to the northeast, north. And I don't know if this is bearing or heading. I guess it's bearing. But I'm not sure on that. Anyway, I think we're good. Ready to go. Passing 50 on the torque. 80. Rotate.
FSE flight not started.
Okay. How's it rate? You're up. And passing 400, flaps up. And we're going to go to flight level change right now. Ember's coming on. We'll follow the flight director just a little bit. What happens if I... okay, yeah, that gets us there. So I think that's going to give us the best angle for climbing. We don't really have the heading. Heading doesn't really matter right now. Yeah, I'm back at it. I'm just gonna do a little bit around this area. I'm liking the scenery, and just sort of go over the mountains a little bit more, and then maybe just call it. I'm not gonna do anything too fancy tonight, but I just love this plane. Can't stay away from it. Thanks for the Discord. I signed up. I'm up there, and looking forward to some flights. Little lake. Yeah, it does. It does look nice. I think this is the first time I've done ortho that I've done on my own that I've been happy with. Usually I either mess up like the zoom level or like something with the text, the elevation data. I don't know, but so far so good on this one. So this is where I ended up after diverting past the Vancouver airport I was going to in the last flight. So I kept going north into the mountains by just north of Vancouver, like so Whistler and in that whole area, and found this little airport nestled in the yeah, so definitely BC area. Yeah, if we pull this out, we can set us up on heading mode for a second. Put us on autopilot. I'm messing around with the flight level change. I think it's still doing what it should be doing. Or not. Yeah, that's not doing it. Definitely need to be climbing down a little bit more. I was trying to get the vertical speed working, and that is one thing that's not working too well with the VR. The manipulators for the vertical speed is not doing what I want it to do. It seems like it does okay going down, like that, but going up it's just kind of a mess. No, I haven't. Is that like up here around this area? Okay. I will definitely check that out. CYBD. Well, let's put that in and see how far that is from us. I do have work in the morning, so I'm not going to be doing a super late flight tonight, but if it doesn't work for tonight, I'll definitely put it in there for the next flight. Let's check this out here. So this one's a little bit tough, but I will say I like it better than the manipulator on the oh, that's awesome. Is that the I actually might have that. Is that the Mel Fisheries or whatever? Put that in there. Yeah, I like that. That's the first thing I did. Yeah, where the heck are we going? That is the first scenery I did, actually, or the first non-ortho scenery I did. Sort of whetted my appetite, and then a little while later, I went ahead and grabbed the Washington, the URBX Washington scenery, which so far has just been amazing. So okay, let's see, what do we have? Yeah, it's a little bit on the far side, but well, you can sprint down there maybe. Let's see how fast this guy goes. I don't really have too much of a flight plan built in, but 47 minutes. Let's go ahead and clear ourselves up a little bit higher. So here's the vertical speed problem. Going up like this. Oh, that's way too high for us. Not an SR-71. I think the ceiling is 31,000. Let's see if we can find it. Flight level change, I think the way it works, if I'm not mistaken, is you have to, yeah, this is just miserable. I think the going to, yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'm gonna head down there, and then if it ends up getting too late, or I get too tired, I'll abort, and then we'll try to redo it. Because I do want to stay in the BC area for the next few flights. And yeah, I like that Mockmel area quite a bit. So okay, what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to get us to the speed of climb that I want, and then hit that flight level change and see if that does it for us. Because the vertical speed is just atrocious. Oh no, let's do about 3,000. See if I can manage this without knocking everything out of whack. Nope. No, I cannot. Alright. So FLC at 148, which is actually better than I thought. So let's see if it keeps us going up. Till about 31,000. I have not messed at all with the pressurization in this plane. I've just set it to auto, or like followed the instructions of the startup tutorial. So I don't really know much about it in general. I always sort of like relegated that to like, okay, well, they say to do this, I'm going to do that. I don't really understand it beyond, obviously pressurization, so that we don't pass out. Well, oxygen pressurization. But I'd like to look a little bit more about it, learn a little bit more. I think you can look. No, this is just the electrical system. And there's our fuel. There's our generator. General? Okay, general, I guess, for the pitot. It's a pitot-static system. I'm not sure. Yeah. Like I like bleeds. I don't. I guess I understand them a little bit. Like just from very very surface level. It's like diverting air from the turbine. I don't know. Whatever I say would be probably totally wrong or really juvenile or really basic. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. But yeah, I want to do some reading up on that. I want to learn this a little bit better. I definitely. It's much more fully featured than the default G1000, and even the default G1000 I use the correct concept. Okay. When they talk about, do you know what packs are? When they talk about packs on jets, I never know what that is. It's a little bit too high there. Air conditioning back. Oh, okay. Does that make sense? Okay. So yeah, so I've got like the. I just leave it on auto for all these things here. I've heard that. I'm pretty sure in this one it simulates fogging in the windows and. Problems if you don't have those things set correctly, so I'm actually kind of looking forward to to when it gets cold, if it ever gets cold here in the Midwest, and get the opportunity to test out some of the cold weather flying. Just a gorgeous view down there. I think I did default 17 zoom level. What zoom level? I think it was 17 default. I think I got a little bit closer once we got into Vancouver Airport in that area. But I think the overall was 17. A little bit shaky here. So, and our inertial separator is still on. That's not a good thing. So I took your advice. This ITT is very high. I don't know why it's doing that. Bing imagery, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so Bing and 17. And like I said, I don't know. I at various levels, like sort of go back to it. I do it so infrequently that each time I go back to doing ortho again, I sort of relearn how to do it. And whatever tutorial I followed this time on YouTube seemed to do the trick. So I was pretty happy about that. Hitting a lot of bumpy air up here. I'm not sure why I'm fighting the torque so much. So the idea is, as the air gets thinner, torque gets lower, you can apply more throttle. So I'm pushing up. The higher we go, I'm pushing up a little bit, just a little bit more on the throttle. But I'm also sort of fighting to keep the ITT lower. Right now it seems like it's doing okay. Outside air temperature is negative 36, so it's pretty chilly. I don't know if that has any effect on the... I think it would actually keep it cooler, but, I'm not sure how it works. Pretty much a mystery to me. So at 47 minutes, I don't know. We're climbing right now. That'll get a lot easier once we are at altitude. So we'll see how that works out. I heard that, I was reading a thread on Reddit. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm not going to like it tomorrow when I'm sitting in a meeting. Just thinking about flying as opposed to what I should be thinking about. I see I don't know if you can see this on the stream, there's a little bit of there's a line there. I wonder if that's where the tile ends or the tile changes over. I didn't do all of BC. I just have I have the Vancouver area, a few tiles surrounding that. So I'm not sure. I feel like I did get this area that we're in right now. But I don't know if you see tile edges when you're still in ortho, or if the only time you see a tile edge is if you're switching back to default. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But what I was saying before was that on a Reddit thread about the new Microsoft Flight Simulator, they were saying that the default zoom level for everything is zoom level 19, which is awesome. It's going to be pretty cool. And hopefully they'll get in VR eventually. Okay, torque is still edging down. I don't have too much more throttle to play with here. Be mindful of the ITT also as we're doing this. I'm not sure what my NG should be at this stage. Just really, at this stage, I want to... Oh, I forgot to do that. At this stage, I just want to see how fast we can get up here at 31,000 feet. Rock it down for a little bit, and then maybe just call it. I'll see how... if there's a closer airport, I'll do that. I don't know. We'll figure it out once we get up there. Still looks good. I don't know, ortho or not. Still looking nice. The stock doesn't really look bad. I did sort of a multi-stage 172 trip from Chicago to Anchorage. I've probably mentioned that a few times now, but I did all of it on stock, and it was nice. I mean, I don't really have any complaints. I don't really know what the Yukon looks like, in real life, so I don't have much to compare it to. But outside of cities and stuff like that, it was just, the mountains where they were supposed to be, and the rivers where they were supposed to be, and a few glaciers here and there. It was pretty nice. Okay, so we've got 1,000 to go. We are maxed out on the throttle. Campbell River at Port Hardy. Okay. This is good knowledge. I'm just curious right now to see what happens to our ETE once we get up to altitude and stop this climb. So I haven't figured out how to gauge the wind. No, maybe that's it. That's it. There we go. Okay. We've got a little bit of a tailwind, so that shouldn't be messing with us too much. So yeah, we should be speeding up here right now. Don't worry. Yeah, I don't know. Are you flying the 172? Center that guy real quick. So yeah, speed's starting to edge up a little bit. De Havilland Beaver. Oh, sweet. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know how to do NDB. I know the idea, but I've never really put it into practice that much. But I did do. Like when I first started, I was like, well, I might as well at least make the attempt to do old school navigation before I learn the GPS and rely on that stuff. So that's really cool. That seems like a fun flight with just a board radio and an NDB. Arrow points to the station. Okay, so basically just directional beacon. I guess that's probably what it stands for. Huh? Got some bumps here. Yep. Okay. So you just tune it. You don't have to set. It's not like a VOR where you set like the OBS knob, right? Non-directional beacon. Okay. So yeah, we're getting a little bit closer, about half an hour away. Looking at the time here, I think I'm going to actually try for it. The radio's like a VR, just points to the station. Okay. Yeah, right on. Yeah, this is coming up in December on my first year doing flight sims. So I'm still, it's crazy to think about, I've played other games in the past, of course, and, quote unquote gamer for a long time, but, it's interesting to think of any game that I would have played in the past where I would have played a year of and felt like I was still at the beginning. Which it's a great feeling. It's nice to have so much to learn and so much still in front of me. So definitely feels like there's. Oh really? Oh, that's crazy. And what, you home in on the tower that's transmitting the AM radio station? That's interesting. So do they list AM, like, just regular AM transmitters on sectionals? Like, can you use it for navigation? Or is it more kind of like you just know it's there and tune in for that? Just have to know it. Yeah. So it's really cool. I've never seen a VOR in real life. I didn't even know they existed a year ago. But there's like a YouTube channel that I watch from time to time, Captain Joe. He talks about different things about aviation and being a pilot, and he was talking about, he showed one in, I don't know, in Germany maybe, something like that. And it looked like the kind of thing that had I ever like passed by it in real life, I would have like stopped and be like, looked like a big bowling pin. Yeah. So there's one. I mean, obviously they're all over the place, so I'm gonna start keeping my eyes peeled. I wonder how long, I don't know if you know offhand how far back they go, like as far as that technology goes. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick check. We're 150 nautical miles away. So I'm going to try to do your calculation here. So 31 times 3, we'll just leave it at 90, plus 10, 100. So we should start our descent at about 50 nautical miles. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, that's cool. It was kind of cool. Oh, good point. Down to what? Well, let's find out. Yeah, I'm almost sea level, 117 feet. Although we don't have any. Let's see if there's any approaches or anything like that, because with all these mountains, we might just have to wing it a little bit. No approaches. Okay. It's okay. More interesting that way. I'm going to see. So this part here, this is a nice little thing. You can click on the box around the display, then you get a pop-up here to make it a little bit easier to do these things. So, yeah, so 100 nautical miles. Okay. Sweet. To be precise. For me to be precise. So yeah, so you can click on these guys here, I think. Doesn't seem to be working. Just trying to pan. Yeah, that's not working. So maybe better for the, just for the numbers and the letters there. Let's see if we can. Oh wow, maybe they don't simulate. No, they do. Just hard to click on it. Huh. Yeah. Oh well, I'm not gonna mess with it. Don't hit a mountain. Yeah. Yeah, not kidding. Yeah, you look at this in the display here, and it's really, it's not the most forgiving place to be flying around. I wanted to zoom out. Usually I've got my iPad up with either charts or following the GPS. Like it can it syncs up pretty nicely with X-Plane, so you can track my, it'll give me a little icon of my plane on there on the map overlay, and also on the plates too, which is nice. But I'm just doing it all in VR today, so not complaining actually. With the 172, unless I know everything in advance, I definitely like to have the iPad there. But with this guy, it's definitely possible. Oh yeah, I do want to check the weather radar. So this I just don't get. So according to this, if I'm understanding correctly, in 20 nautical miles we've got some pretty significant. But is this precipitation? Is this clouds? I don't know. So far, I haven't felt like this is matched up too much to my real experience. So I don't know if it's just a situation of like it just hasn't rendered those clouds, and when we get, you know, to 110 away from CYDB, maybe that'll start coming in. I don't know. So this is horizontal. Should be at our level. Let's see what it looks like in vertical. Yeah, so a little bit below us, I'm thinking. Maybe that's just bouncing off the mountain. I don't know. Don't really know how this works. But it is cool. I don't know if this is terrain or not. I don't know if this is ground radar. I think terrain, I mean, there's a separate terrain indicator, I believe. Is this not what this means? Or maybe not. I don't know what a TOSB is. It says weather radar. But I don't know if it's like doing something with the mountains right now, if there's any other kind of situation. I don't know. I also don't know the difference between ground and weather. But definitely according to this, it's looking like we're going to be flying into some craziness. The sim is skipping enough. There's maybe some weather coming in. I don't know. Okay, so 125 to go. Cruising at 31,000 feet. We are at Mach 0.558. True. Is that true airspeed or indicated? I think that's indicated at 198 knots. Ground speed is 336. Tailwind's helping us a little bit. And I'm going to see if we're still too far. I don't know what the ASOS limit is or ADIS limit is, but I'm going to see if we can't tune in. Just the tower frequency, 122.8. I don't think that's going to get us anything. I'm already tuned to it, so alright, we'll see what happens. Okay, so I think the plan, we're just gonna, yeah, it does. That's you know, one really nice thing about it. It's like it's not flying a jet, which sometimes can be sort of like a very automated process, but it's not flying a slow GA. You know, it's way faster than a normal GA type of plane. So it's cool. It's like for me, it's so far it's feeling like the best of both worlds. Like I can still land at small airports. I can still just fly it, you know, hand fly it, just in VFR flying, and feel like I'm enjoying it. But I can also you know, climb up here to 31,000 feet and just rocket to my destination. Oof, man, that's some lag. Tell you, it makes me want to get just like a whole new setup here. You were talking about the Rift S. Somebody else on Reddit was talking about HP reverb and how crisp everything is, and how exactly my measure of lack of Christmas is being able to read sort of the altimeter here from where I'm sitting right now. Definitely have to lean in to get some clear images. And this person was talking about the reverb, saying it was just everything's crystal clear. Doesn't have to lean in, doesn't have to zoom in. It's just real nice. So at times, definitely ready for an upgrade. But I think I'm definitely gonna hold off till I find out more about Microsoft Flight Simulator. That down there looks more like stock. That's like, I feel like that's the stock light brown color that I've become familiar with. Maybe wrong, but it definitely looks like it. Let's see, fuel's looking good. Definitely going farther than I thought I was initially, but I think that's fine. Cabin pressure, I don't know if this will pressurize to 9,800 feet inside. I don't know. I don't really know what any of that stuff means. But it is kind of cool that it's got the landing altitude right here for a destination. Everything else is in the green for the most part. The flaps are up this time. VR will be coming later. Yeah, I'm almost like, I don't know, I feel like it's probably too early to speculate too much, but like in my head right now I'm like sort of wondering, is it better to upgrade my, just everything, my PC, my VR, all that stuff for when it comes out, or maybe still get it when it comes out, but do all the equipment upgrade whenever VR comes out, which, I'm hoping there won't be that much of a lag, but I'd rather just be current, especially for if I'm gonna do something big like that. Give you more time to save up and everything. But yeah, I tried just sort of like looking forward to things in the future. I'm setting maybe a little bit like being a chooser, a beggar and a chooser, but I loaded, what the heck is it called? It's like it's an add-on for lighting. It starts with an R. Now I can't, I'm having a lot of difficulty. Well, I'll try to remember the name of it and talk about it again later or post it, but anyway, it was an add-on. It made everything look gorgeous. I mean, lighting was fantastic. It just added a level of realism that was outstanding. But the problem was it dropped my FPS down to maybe 5, or just something that's, for reference, this is not the most comfortable for me, but it's doable at 16. 5 was just impossible. So I couldn't do it. I had to uninstall everything, and I was very sad. But it's cool from the perspective of, okay, this is where it's going in the future. I'm pretty happy about that. So, all right. So here's the plan. We're going to, since we don't have a actual approach, maybe there. Yeah, I don't think there's approach or arrival. We're going to start descending, but we're going to use the synthetic vision a little bit more than people would do in real life to guide us through some of these mountains here if we start to get into weather, which I'm guessing we will. Altitude down to 100, and we're going to go vertical speed, and we'll just do 1,000 right now. We'll just keep it at a relatively fast clip here, and just keep a good eye on our altitude as we're going down. Map, I'm going to put our terrain back on. I don't really know what the weather's doing, so I might turn it off just to free up the battery. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't get what this gigantic pink patch is. Still don't really understand it. ETA is 17 minutes. We are 98 nautical miles from the destination. Deal with some lag. Hold on. Okay. I do wish I could pan the map a little bit. I want to see if there's any kind of rivers we can follow in. There's something here, but I don't really know. Let's see if we can zoom out just a little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah, so maybe we can VFR it through this. Or it goes this direction, maybe this way in. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, man, I appreciate it. Don't let me keep you up. I definitely know how that is. But thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back. I'm gonna see if I can bring us home here. Yeah, so I think probably I'm just gonna keep talking to myself. Regardless. Yeah, that looks like stock for sure. Okay, so I think probably what I'm gonna do here. Instead of descending all this area, once we get about there, I might divert to the left and see if I can do it like a roundabout entry there. But I think this is going to be bad getting down like below 10,000. Probably not a good idea. Actually, I might take this way. Just go straight north, put on heading mode. We'll see how it goes. So far, not seeing anything too crazy, but as usually happens with this, either I enter clouds right where the mountains are, or the weather changes right when I'm getting towards the mountains. Definitely happened to me a lot in Alaska. So I'm gonna play it safe. Getting a lot of lag here. Minutes. Little chop. Oh, wow. It's deceiving because if I look there, it looks like, wow, we're still on the horizon, we're still very high up. there, which I'm guessing gets extended out there, but just isn't being rendered. We're still, we're still got some space, but it's definitely very different. So I'm trying to remind myself that what I'm seeing right now in this forward view is not quite where the mountains are in real life. So you look down there, and that's getting closer, and the clouds are very close to those peaks. So I may want to just stay above that cloud layer as much as I can. I may try to interesting to hand fly it a little bit. It's getting late. This is, yeah, a little later than I wanted, but I feel like I haven't moved on the map at all. Is it stuck? No, it seemed to have. So here's the question, yet again, because I haven't decided. Do a direct 2, or follow this valley. I'm just going to keep going the direct 2. Well, hopefully I don't get into any kind of sticky situations that'll keep you up all night. I think I just decided not to VFR it or divert for altitude around here. I'm just going to keep following the GPS and hope that we don't get too close to these mountains and we don't enter IMC without having a better idea of what the altitude is. So passing 24,000 for landing, 65 nautical miles away, about 11 minutes and 30 seconds from our destination. Add a few more minutes for the overflight and the circle. Yeah, a little bit splotchy there with the textures, but you still get the idea. I think it would be cool either figuring out a way here, and I'm sure there is a way, and or when Microsoft Flight Simulator comes out, having more of a view distance, because like it does take something a little bit away when I'm looking, at the horizon, and it just flattens out completely. But it's just nitpicking. Developing into a little bit of a crosswind here. Weather looks okay so far. You're right. I'm more worried about sort of that cloud layer that's 500 feet or so above those peaks, or even nestled into those peaks. I feel like I don't want to start flying into that. When I'm still too high, but we'll see. So far, so good. update there. I may, especially for these streams, I may change the refresh rate. It feels like it's going pretty fast, and with the lag that it introduces, I may want to extend that a little bit more. Take away a little bit of the realism, but at least it won't lag out when I'm like right in the middle of a landing or something. Okay, passing 21, flight level 218, still 53 miles away. Bumps we've got going on here. Oh, there's the weather refresh yet again. Take a look at the plane here. Never look back here when I'm flying. It's very cool. There's like there's a table right there. You can open up, play cards with Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. And there's your webbing there for the luggage. Pretty cool. Oh wow, I don't know. I don't know you could do that. Seatbelt looks like I can't actually apply. This guy right there, much quieter. Oh, that's weird. I don't know. I think I like it with the noise. I gotta admit. So oxygen mask over there. Torque is too high. Okay. There's I keep forgetting about this guy. So we've got Habitat right here. Could have used this a little bit earlier when determining our route, but it's good to remember I've got this. So yeah, I'm sure the better route would have been to go out this way, but you know, we're doing fine. I do want to see what is the code again? CYDB. Yeah, 128.7. Let's see if any chance it's there. It does give the update here for the weather, 2990. So runway 11, runway 29. Now when it's coming in from the east. So maybe that runway 11. Getting closer to these peaks and closer to the clouds. May have to level off here. It looks like maybe around 15,000. Wait till we get a little bit closer. I feel like if we can pass this summit, we may be okay to just keep descending. Don't want to fly into a mountain. Showing me where I'll end up. I don't know if the green target is showing me where I'm going to actually end up, or if I should look at the flight director line. I'm not sure how to read that. Interesting. So the torque wonder if like it auto feathered. Because I heard some clicking, which I'm guessing is the trim. Changed it to a different configuration, then the torque sort of shot up. Am I doing it? Yeah, there's some serious mountains right down there. Okay, so 2990 altimeter. Okay. Wait, CYDB? No, CYBD. Oh. That's a problem. I was wondering, I did burr wash on the way to Alaska, and we are not there. That's much further north. A little dyslexia coming in. CYBD. Delta. Okay. Well, that's a lot different. I should have known when the CTAF was different than what was on there. Or I should have known that the letters were different. 2989. Alright, let's do this. Not vastly different at all, but let's see, we've got 280 at 7 knots. So we're probably runway 23. Scattered. I'm still learning how to read the METAR weather report, whatever you want to call it. So a few clouds at 2600, few at 6400, broken at 7200, broken at 9000, and broken all the way up. So yeah, it's going to be a little cloudy coming in. I think my plan right now is if I hit clouds, I'm going to climb until I'm out of them. I think it's a safer bet than descending until I'm out of them. And then I'll try to keep that altitude as long as I can. And then once I get closer to the airport itself, I'll do maybe some circling, some pattern work, and descend through that. But yeah, so far so good. Should be a river below us, maybe somewhere down there. Passing 15,000. Never turn that off. Definitely have to work on my checklists. Let's see what the landing checklist looks like. Altimeter, subway precipitation, okay, fuel is checked. Passenger briefing, we're gonna try to land and not hit a mountain. Passenger table is still up, but it's okay. Altimeter is checked. 2989 on both. Full is tanked. There, buddy, cool. I'm gonna leave them on auto. Inertial separator. Okay, I gotta remember that on the approach. Let's do our checks. Really want to lose the map. Keep that checklist open. We're close to overspeed here. Back to the map. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I really like the checklist. Okay, so according to this, we could probably cut through, go here, use that to descend, but I'm gonna take my chances. I'm feeling lucky. Passing 13,000, 11 nautical miles from destination in 2.5 minutes at CYBD. Going for landing at, I'll tell you, hold on, runway 23. Go ahead and put that into our heading indicator right now. Aha. That one may be tough. I feel like that's the last big one before landing though, so if we can cross this threshold. So far, no big major warnings on the synthetic vision or on our map. So, I'm hoping that everything will be okay. Getting pretty close to the clouds here. But I think after we pass this, we should be okay to just start our pattern. Yeah. So this is the last one, I think. This is quite interesting. Where have you taken it? All right. Okay, we are going off. Am I misreading where we're at? I feel like I'm not. Yeah, I think they're pretty below us right now. And continue descending. So we can get through this cloud layer. And now we're in IMC. And we've got some rain. I wonder if this is the weather that the weather radar was warning us about. I don't know. I'm a bit nervous. Fairly crazy descent right now. We're getting too close to overspeed. set a decision height at 1500.
Bella Bella,
Terrain ahead.
Campbell Island,
Terrain ahead.
weather,
Yep.
wind 280 at 6, visibility 2, rain. Sky conditions 550 scattered, 2000.
Yeah, I don't need to listen to that right now.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
I knew it.
Terrain ahead.
Okay.
Terrain ahead.
This is fairly crazy. What am I
Sync rate.
doing?
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Sync
Okay.
rate. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
I gotcha. Well, I don't know if you're still awake, but it's gonna get interesting. I was hoping at least by 1500 we'd have some good visibility, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's meant to be. I'm gonna just do some slow flight here and see if I can get us a little bit closer to the airport. And hopefully get us to this runway without too much more problems. Yeah, still nothing though, 1400. Wow.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
I see it.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
All right.
Pull
There we
up.
go.
Terrain
There
ahead.
we go.
Terrain
All right.
ahead.
Landing gear.
Okay.
Landing gear. 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 Landing gear.
A little bit of visibility now. We still have to make a left turn here. To get to our airport. I'd really love it if we had a glide slope. Not sure what we're going to be able to do. Remember that the airport height is at 100 feet. Let's see what we can do. little bit closer. Don't really want to do a go around again. So I'll have to see where we get to. Okay, get a little bit closer. Passing 900. Level off here at 800. Not seeing anything on the synthetic vision yet. I do see a clearing. Worst comes to worst, we're going to have to make an emergency landing. This clearing is what we need or not. Yeah. Wow. That was intense. My goodness.
500. Airspeed.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. That was a hard one. I'll take it. Reversers. On. Man. I hope this video is gonna have to go on YouTube because that was a landing. Good Lord, I will take it. That was awesome. That synthetic vision, something else, man. That was a lot of fun. Look at that, all red. You're like not in any place that we want to be in IMC, that's for sure. Wow. You jinxed me when you said weather looks good. Okay, so far, yeah, that was it. That was the end. Oh man, that was fun. That is why I love this. I love this plane. All right, coming for let's do a park here by the hangar, and be nice to the plane. Finish everything up, get it all tied down. Want to check after that landing. Flared way too early, I guess, or I let go of the flare too early. I don't know. Look at those mountains, though. My gosh. Wow. Man, what an adventure. That was awesome. Yep, leads are off. Partial separators off. Okay. Time to turn all that stuff off. Selector off. Ignition off. Generator off. And I think that's everything.